future of hip-hop. Are you ready?
You ready to kick some ass?
You did it again!
Turn it up.
Turn your radios up. Hey, yo, turn it up. Fire up another joint. Yo, rockin' with
Charlie Glass.
The life and stories of the roads I chose. Where ice and rubber, that's nice. Switching gears, then the roads done froze. So now I reach high for goals unclosed. Instead of back of my route, about face towards where no one goes. The life and stories of the roads I chose. Where ice and rubber, that's nice. Switching gears, then the roads done froze. So now I reach high for goals unclosed. Instead of back of my route, about face towards where no one goes. I was living life in the fast lane, like running a drag race. Leave the pads on them if the wheels even had brakes. Not conscious of my movements, I maneuver around mad chicks. Chain smoking kush, need to empty that ashtray. Motive was the money over chicks, if you ask me. Kept a young mind towards girls, my favorite line was she's nasty. I wanted money, power, and respect like Vasty. Living off the experience before Nas was nasty. From ashy to classy, once I listen to big steps. Commandments of the 10th with their mind when I flip. Next dudes try to analyze, tantalize through his specs. It's older cause he could've somersault how the kids flex. A gymnast moving towards the paper, I'm folding. Whatever take the seat on whatever they holding. Destination set on the road towards the goal. They didn't notice black ice and my route turned froze. The life and stories of the roads I chose. Where ice and rubber, that's nice. Switching gears, then the roads done froze. So now I reach high for goals unclosed. Instead of back of my route, about face towards where no one goes. The life and stories of the roads I chose. Where ice and weather, that's nice. Switching gears, then the roads done froze. So now I reach high for goals unclosed. Instead of back of my route, about face towards where no one goes. Chose the wrong path. Accelerate fast in lane one. Riding smooth on a plane with hydro and rain comes. Ask about a change or if I'm the same one who keeps his mouth closed. 5-0 couldn't get a name from. I do mine if ever I'm locked in through time. I'ma soothe minds knowing I'm shining through time. I bruise lines when I punch bars with new rhymes. By the year I was confined for committing a few crimes. Back home now, those that slacking was shown how. All alone couldn't find their own but clone styles. Couldn't make it happen with another profile. My shoes worn down, I've walked some long miles. New footwear, cover my toes plus change clothes. Rearrange, I ain't robbing so fast, that lane's closed. Exposed to a long-term flow, exchange those. So I change goals like halftime, like how the game goes. The life and stories of the roads I chose. Where ice and rubber, that's nice. Switching gears, then the roads done froze. So now I reach high for goals unclosed. Instead of back of my route, about face towards where no one goes. The life and stories of the roads I chose. Where ice and weather, that's nice. Switching gears, then the roads done froze. So now I reach high for goals unclosed. Instead of back of my route, about face towards where no one goes.
This track is for those that been through trials and tribulations, but take heed from these situations and circumstances, and never stop when they cry. Continue to generate.
This your boy, Fresh Rue, CEO from No Days Off, Lifestyle INC, reminding you to tune in to the Underground Express Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. and every Saturday at noon for the Wake and Bake Show. And stay tuned for the new mixtape, In Your Ass Like a Wedgie, Volume 1, coming 2013. Yeah!
You're listening to Charlie Glass, Underground Express.
What's going on, people? I go by the name G Nice, fresh out of Brooklyn. I'm a hip-hop head. I'm a MC. I can't get it even confused and say I'm a rapper. But I'm going to just let y'all know I'm an MC. I come to deliver lyrics and bring back that authentic hip-hop music that everybody's been missing for the past decades, centuries, feel me? And that's basically what I do. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I thank Charlie Glass for having me tonight. What's going on, Charlie?
You know, you brought up a good point, good segue to this interview, because we've been talking about this week to week. I talked about it last week with young Eazy-E. I talked about it with Caesar from Staten Island out there. Couple cats from Brooklyn have been on air. It's the same kind of thing going on. They want to bring back this old, authentic 90s type feel that's going on. Talk to me about how you cook up what you do and how you're going to stand out from what's happening out here.
Right. So, I mean, basically, everything that I do put down is basically happened in my timeline, in my time period. So I don't go out of that frame. Like I stay in my guidelines of what have I done, what I've accomplished, the struggles that I've been through. Like right now, how I go about cooking up my music, I put it together simple because at the end of the day right now, everybody out there right now is glorifying the wrong. And hip-hop, that hip-hop culture, like, they used to have fun with their lyrics and lyricism and have fun just creating everything that they did. So that's how I'm trying to put it back into the pop within the same sense as teaching people. Because, like I said, they glorifying the wrong things out there that's getting a lot of the youth, who is really out there and taking everything that a lot of these artists are saying. Like they intake the things that they saying, and these guys are putting out the wrong of reality. They're not really telling them what really could happen, the consequences of everything that they really glorifying. So me, I'm coming and I'm producing music that's about those wrongs, those faults that I've been through, because I've been down this lane that these rappers are talking about. I've been through all of that. So I wanna bring light to the situation and the ideas that they create, and to let people know that, listen, you're not always gonna be rewarded through whatever they talking about or whatever you're doing if you think it's gonna be that route. So I want to show people, like, is different. It ain't everything that they make it seem.
Definitely, I respect that a whole lot because, again, we don't have a lot of brothers that are trying to, educate the youth. I see all these records out about Molly. I see all this craziness that's been going on the last 10 years. You know what I'm talking about. And to follow suit with something like that is negative. Talk to me about this record, Redirection. We just played the record. Talk to me about the creative process and making that joint.
Wow, Redirection was probably like the first track that I made off of that mixtape, because that song is actually off of a mixtape I just released a month ago. It's called the GULLY Season Mixtape Volume 2. A Moment to Share is on that test for free, or you could catch me in the streets pushing it. But Redirection was the first track I made for that. And when I made that track, I had we gonna get in depth for me, get deep into what happened. Like I got incarcerated for a short period of time, and upon my release, I was on house arrest, and I was thinking, like, I was listening to all of these tracks, and I'm like, wow, how can I do something different and be different from everybody? I want to sound different. I want to be different entirely. So I'm like, how can I be different? Well, everybody is talking about one road. Let me redirect them and talk about something different. So basically it's about the change up of my life, where I was doing something. I was out in the streets, grinding, hustling. I was doing all that street. That I wasn't into the gang, activity, but I was with some selected few members where I had to get down and do certain things. But Redirection basically is talking about how I changed from that lifestyle, and I'm redirecting myself and trying to go towards the light and do something different, something that's gonna be longevity, keep me out here in the streets. That's gonna be more prosperous in life. Understand? So that's why I took it with that Redirection track. I just wanted to move the people.
I was just looking at the Facebook page, and I see people still talking about, the Nas records, the Outkast records, the De La Soul records, and they haven't made records in a long time, other than Nas, and there's a sudden urge to want to hear that again. So on this path and on this journey, because you went through the humility of being humbled and looking at the earth a little bit different, because I know when your freedom is taken away, that's real.
Right, definitely.
So with that in mind, what are you doing? What are you doing as far as, promoting this record and getting to those young people and having them understand the path that they're taking is not responsible.
Right. What I'm doing, basically, I'm just showing with my walk, my actions, because I'm not out there doing the same things I was doing before. With that being said, I'm trying to get the message out with my music, through my music and through my bars, because at the end of the day, some people still do listen to lyricism and listen to the wordplay that people and the message that people are trying to deliver. And like I'm saying, I'm trying to deliver a message to these people, the youth, so on and so forth. And how I get my point across is basically just promoting myself. I'm on YouTube, I'm on DatPiff, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on all these social sites, and I'm if you see me on there, don't be afraid to talk, holler at me, I'll talk to you, I'll talk back. I mean, and whatever you want to talk about, we could get it in, we could chop it up or some positive stuff. I mean, I'm gonna try to take you away from the light of the negativity. I mean, redirection. I'm out there performing. I got a show coming up on Friday, and I'm actually gonna do that track again. But I try to mix it up because redirection is just one of the tracks on that mixtape that's like giving you teachings and telling you like about the street life and how you can switch it up. Like I got another track called Learning Experiences that's hot. The whole mixtape is definitely a classic. I heard somebody tell me they compared it to the Kendrick Lamar CD or LP. I haven't even listened to Kendrick Lamar yet to like digest his bars, but they say they comparing me to him. So I mean that's a good look.
That's big. That's big.
I see
right
that dude. I seen he won the Hip Hop Awards last year for BET and all that, and I was like, wow. And they compared me to him. So obviously, I mean, people are still tuning in and listening to lyricism. So I still try to, like I said, I'm still composing to this day. I won't stop, and I'm still going to keep making the same flavor that I've been making and producing up to this point.
We'll definitely support you in that and them efforts, my brother. And yeah, to Kendrick Lamar, shout out to the West Coast for really, taking the initiative to put it down and not follow suit of all this watered down hip hop that's going on. It seems anybody who calls himself a rap artist and make a record nowadays, it kind of, it puts me in a sour feel too, because I produce music and sometimes I don't even, I have to shout out at cats on the Facebook or whatever social media site I'm at and let them know what the deal is. Because if you can't do your history and you can't tell me what the first hip hop record was or who made the first video or anything that relate to the history and the integrity of the movement, you really, you really ain't doing what you're supposed to be. You got a show on Friday.
Basically, I'm gonna be back out in Cumberland, Maryland again this week. That's a feature show, guest appearance. A lot of people don't even know I'm going to be out there doing my thing. But somebody had called me up on a humble and asked me to come out there, so I'm definitely going to go out there, show love, because at the end of the day, I support all artists because it's about unity. And that's what we don't have up here in the north side. Down south is making it because they have unity. So I want to bring that unity back, and I definitely got to play my role if I want to bring it back. But that Twitter handle, you could follow me on Twitter. I'm at Gully the Great, all one word, GULLYDAGREAT, Gully the Great, all one word on Twitter. You could Google that. You'll find me on Instagram at my name is G Nice. Gully the Great on Facebook, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, SoundClick. I'm all over the net. You can look forward to a lot more shows coming up in the near future. I got one in New York next week. I'm going to be in Brooklyn. Then they calling me out to Pyramid Lounge. I'll probably, I think that's the second week in February. Club Pyramid out in New York, another venue. But, I mean, I'm scattered all amongst the place. I'm just trying to get that new sound. Like I said, get my music out there, get that new sound back. Because, I mean, I feel as though it's going to be a new sound to this generation because they green to the lyricism nowadays. So that's why I'm saying new sound. I'm trying to bring that back and get it circulating, like I said.
Definitely. I respect everything you're doing, my brother. One more thing before we let you go. Who do you listen to now, and who are you influenced by, if there's anybody out there to really be influenced by?
Wow. For a long time, Charlie, I'm not even going to lie, and probably somebody might criticize me due to this, but it was a way for me conditioning myself and getting myself prepared to enter into the business world of music. So for a very, very long time, I could say probably since like 03, 02, I probably haven't been listening to much hip-hop. I'll pick up something here and there. I'll click on something here and there, pick up a mixtape, throw it in. But it's like we've been talking about, it's so watered down that I don't even want to hear too much of anything anymore unless they really speaking something. So, like, for the past few years, I just tune out and try to perfect my craft on what I'm trying to do. But if anything I was to listen to, I'd probably pick up Cassidy, listen to some underground artists. Cassidy, The Locks, Kiss been banging them in the head for years. Styles P. Like I said, I haven't heard the Kendrick Lamar yet. I'm going to tune into him soon, eventually. But I hear he dropping some bars. Shout out to him. Drake got some flavor. It ain't too many artists out there, man. Like Kanye West and Good Music. Shout out to them. They doing their thing. The influence though, like I could still pop in a Biggie tape, a Big Daddy Kane, Cool G rap. That's what moves me. That's what gets me in the mode of doing what I do. I go back to the roots. Mantronics. Like, I listen to a lot of old school hip-hop.
Definitely.
A lot of dudes. Go check out Mantronics. Dudes don't even know who Mantronics is. That's a group out of Flatbush. They came out in the 80s. Like, that's how deep I am in the game. Like,
if I remember, it was Bryce, I used to play this one record that he had with this female who ended up being the female. I can't think of her name right now, but she ended up in Groove Theory a couple years later.
What's her name? I forgot her name, my damn self.
That's who inspired me. I forget her name. Emil or Emery, something like that. The sound was completely different from what was happening at the time.
Yes.
And again, this goes to the point of what we've been talking about all night, is that the young people really don't go any further than 2, 3, 4, 5 years from where they stand, not understanding where this music has come and that it's not evolving, it's revolving. And the difference is we used to stick out and we used to be, there used to be individual people who were doing their thing. They might have come together and collaborated, but Tribe sounded different from De La Soul, who sounded different from Buster, who sounded different from Black Moon, who sounded different from, Channel Live. Everybody had their spot, and it was beautiful.
Yes.
We definitely got to keep it coming.
Definitely. I definitely ain't gonna stop. The buzz is gonna continue to grow, and I just thank everybody for tuning in to my man Charlie Glass in this segment, having me on this interview. I want y'all to go check out G Nice on Facebook. Go check me out on YouTube. Go check my music out on Reverb Nation. Remember, it's Gully the Great, all one word. GULLYDAGREAT. And like I said, thank you for having me, Charlie.
Smoke something. You fucking haters.
You're rocking with Charlie Glass.